Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the OWVAA finals for Sector 1. We've got an electric matchup between No Potential and Astral vying for the crown here. And with me today is Bemi. Say hello.
Hello! How are you, puppy?
Not bad. So we're going to be starting out on Busan here, and this will be Mecha Base. I have forgotten how to talk for some reason. My mouth just froze up. But either way.
It is totally okay. As we wait for the game to begin, just a reminder for you folks at home, and also a reminder for us casters, because we don't get those fancy overlays like you do. Astral will be in the red, and No Potential will be in the blue. A reminder that this does not truly matter to some extent, as this is control point. But either way, we are getting into this, and with Mecha Base, how are we going to start this off?
I'm expecting to see some Symmetra from Astral. They really like that Symmetra comp. They used it to great effect yesterday in the semifinals to completely steamroll through that particular matchup. And in this closed-in space, I think we'll really see Symmetra shine through. However, No Potential, I'm expecting maybe a Mei or a Reaper. They'll be running the Mei. Feels good.
Yeah. Well, we have to wait for them to go out the doors because you could never know. But probably the Mei is a safe assurance. Would you say there's any viability towards the Junkrat just to cover the spam damage with shield, or do you think there's not enough shield to concern that?
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced at all about the Junkrat because you really look at how much shield that Arisa has on her own, and you just kind of say, like, well, what's the point in breaking the shield if she's going to get one in another 9 seconds?
Yeah, very true. The cycle of shielding is, very, very slow for the most part, comparatively so. We're going to see the pull port combo coming in. Astral already right off the bat gets a nice little hook, but it is going to be the Doomfist, and they're ready for that anytime with the Sky Uppercut, but they are not ready with the Wrecking Ball. They do manage to live barely just to help up there. Mercy Keeks just keeping them good and alive, but oh man, they're kind of stuck at the bottom, and that Jerry Jr. will be able to find them. Looks pretty good for No Potential, especially after getting Keeks. So Astral has a little bit of stuff to ask for. They go in the Wrecking Ball, try to disrupt the comp, but already these Ice Walls for the Mei have been really good. Rody able to get Taz, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. The Doomfist is still causing a lot of damage, and the Mei's able to freeze him, but Jerry's able to, oh my god, Jerry goes down. Yum's going to be able to find it, goes down, gets the trade, but at least we'll be able to help Flex Steel ease up the job, and certainly they'll be able to follow up the kills. Great stuff in the ground pound. Is it going to be enough to turn it around, though? There's 25% already on the board, potentially. Working on flipping over that point. They're just contesting at this moment. Really fast comp at the moment, just overall with the DPS and whatnot, but they will be able to finish it off. A solid 30%, though, for Astral. Good job. Or No Potential, excuse me.
Right, so Team Astral initially give up the point, and they did go down a few members, but so many of their members are just so mobile. You're looking at the Wrecking Ball. In fact, only Kershaw on the Ana is really the immobile one in this composition, and so you see Team No Potential switch over to sort of match that. They really want to take this scrappy engage, it seems.
Yeah, that's a really smart approach. Meet momentum with momentum, where the Blade's going to come in. They do have to go through a drive push, so unfortunately this is kind of not going to be rewarded anyway, as Rody will just go ahead and get a couple of kills. They are getting trades on the side of No Potential, but honestly, this seems like an effective fight overall. They managed to get a lot of ultimates out of the ult economy on the side of Astral, so, I mean, good job from there.
Yeah, Astral really invests the Nano Blade there, and that's about it. But on the side of No Potential, you're not really worried about that as the fight continues onward. Because, well, it looks like you're still going to invest either way if they think they can win this one.
Yeah, it seems like a really long back and forth fight, but with every moment this fight lasts longer, puppy, it's just going to be a lot more difficult to come back. Even if you do have the ultimates, that percentage is going to just make it last team fight territory one way or the other. They do manage to find the Mercy, but I mean, at the moment, the numbers advantage is still in favor for Astral, so this is going to be fine for them to just keep going. Their ult economy is still staying strong. They almost got Rody back up to the Blade, which is huge, and already knocked off the Diva. They're just going to tactically reset here, puppy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was kind of a mistake there from No Potential. They really thought they could win that fight, and they were so close to doing it, but when you turn an eco push into a true engagement, you really need to get picks quickly. Otherwise, they're just going to, you know, build back up to their ultimates. As we see here, the blade goes in.
EMP comes out, stops Rhodey dead in their tracks. They only will be fine Neon, but that's going to be enough healing to get out of the way. However, able to rack up a couple of kills. Landmines does help with the extra zoning, but Rhodey's just coming back in. The DPSs are showing up, but this Wrecking Ball, both sides doing a really good job just being annoying in that back line. Rhodey barely getting away with their lives, and again, they keep this point going. No potential. Going to start trying to build it back up here, but now in this situation, Puppy, you're Astral. You just kind of build up and dry push, and then you drop all your ults to win the map, right?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned earlier the kind of idea of using dry pushes to sort of try and swing the ultimate economy in your favor, although that's not going to do them any favors. Flexio goes down early.
Yeah, they do go down one by one. Jerry Jr. able to get the trade, but I mean, that's a 2-1 trade. I think that's very, very useful. I mean, no potential. Still keeping up the momentum, but now we're kind of reaching into this 99-99 territory, Puppy. Who do you think's got it?
I think Astral just have the better ultimates in their pocket right now. The EMP had to be used earlier, and it's not anywhere near. It doesn't look like it'll be ready for this final engagement. As well as that, you're really looking at this Valkyrie coming online, although, as I say that, Jerry Jr.
Yeah, gets a good pick, but gets traded off immediately, and there's the Doomfist to drop the Meteor Strike. They need to drop it right now to find some results. They do manage to find Clue, so Nano Boost is not going to be available for the Blade. Rhodey is so close to it, though. Self-destruct sequence coming. No shield, but no problem. Cover is already there, environmentally utilizing the area around them, and Keeks able to rack that up. Gets the Sombra as well, so this is looking really good, actually. Astral pulling this through by the skin of their teeth. They're dropping the Dragon Blade just to solidify it, but this is now in the sense that they're trying to flip over the point. Not anything at all, just trying to rack it up. Rhodey goes down. Blade didn't last long enough to help them out there. Jerry Jr. just switching on over to the 76 to get back in time, and now this comp that they have going on with the triple DPS looking pretty good here. It's a kind of Cypher Sora and they get off the point. They're trying their best to win the fight, but the numbers advantage was there. They were able to contest in time. No potential. They make their fights last long, but they make it worth it, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought Astral all but had it, but it's so close between these two teams. They really seem like they never want to give up, never say die. They keep going even when they're down people they trust in their team members, and yeah, I mean, that's about as long as you can make one round. That was the first round.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like you said, no punishment as well. Or really, yeah, no real punishment, so both were able to utilize it. It's just whoever kind of had that initiative after all was able to hold on to an ult or two. We're going to see in a little more open area of a map in downtown. We'll see what they can do here. Environmental kills could potentially be another name of the game, just as that subway's there. You have the health back as well, and you also have a couple of Sombras, so that's going to be a good opening. Speaking of Sombras, Door able to find Rhodey, so that McCree from long range is not going to be able to find anything, and Door able to find Rhodey means that the Sombras pretty much good to hang out on the back line. However, they do need to help out their team a little bit, as Jerry Jr. able to find Keeks. And, you know, there's no... Taz is trying to find a good opening with this hit scan, see if they can take down... Not the pharmacy, excuse me, not Taz, but Rhodey. Rhodey being gone makes it easier for the Pharah to pop off. And yeah, they're going to go. They're just going to get the first point. No potential. Looking really dominant in the second map.
I mean, when you're talking about Astral, they seem to really like these compositions that get up in your face that's so chaos. But when your McCree just gets picked off like that, hacked and found out in the rotation, there's just really not much you can do. And then, as you mentioned, the pharmacy and the Sombra can just go to work. There's no threat at all whatsoever, and Rhodey's gonna realize that and switch over to the Widowmaker. Yeah,
I mean, potentially the McCree would have been a good answer, as it also addresses the Sombra as well. It's a good all-around Swiss Army knife hero, but yeah, if you want to focus more on that pharmacy, definitely the Widowmaker is a very optimal choice, especially if you want to win that Widow duel a lot more easily. Just got to be careful, because Dwarf could actually try to answer this with the Sombra, but they're kind of just focused on getting the supports at the moment. But while they're trying to do that, Rhodey is able to find Jerry, and the rest of the team will be able to help out as well. Yama also switching on over to the Hanzo. These long-range DPSs are just kind of seem to be a good setup for them. The Crossfire worked out really, really well, and with one environmental kill, Astral will be able to finally flip up the point after a solid 57% from no potential.
Tomigod gets away with a sliver of HP, but really not able to contest there. However, quite a substantial amount of percentage built up there off of just like 1.5 fights, really, for Team No Potential. So now it's up to Team Astral to try and hold on to this point, and the Infrasight is going to make that difficult. They spot out the snipers in the back.
Yeah, they find Yam first, but there's still Rhodey somewhere hanging about, just looking for a good opening. They're kind of just being pressured out here with the Coalescence. Trying to push through with his self-destruct sequence as well. Flexiel able to find Clue. That means the anti-nade and Nano Boost not going to come anytime soon. I think they managed to get the Nano Boost just before they die, but unfortunately not going to be able to find any other value apart from that. And it looks like, yeah, I mean, double long-range DPS, it's a lot to ask for, and I don't think Dora is really finding the results. I haven't really seen an EMP go off as of lately, and on top of that, I think they've been hanging out in the back a little too long trying to find the right targets.
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about the value that these ultimates bring, I don't think you really want a Sombra EMP. I mean, who do you go for, really? Supposedly, you could try and EMP away the sound barrier, but Dora's going to decide that's not worthwhile and switch over to the D.Va. So if he swaps him in now for No Potential.
Yeah, I agree. This match is just a little too chaotic and all over the place for the Sombra to find real value. Even with just initially hacking, which is great a lot of the time, it's just not going to be enough. Brody has information. They know where to drop the Dragon Strike, so they're going to go ahead and do that. They're going to see if they can find anything. They do manage to split up the team, and they will be able to find quite a couple of players. Drops the landmines. Ghost Pants will be able to help just push them back even further, and I think actually just close up this map and make the score 1-1. Yeah, Clue's not going to be able to activate the OT in time. No, they will actually, just in the nick of time, but I don't think there's going to be enough. Oh, no, it's the Lucio. Okay. Neon going to try to buy some time. There's a couple other players that are able to make it back, but the
they have no ult.
Player, yeah, and player advantage as well. It's just 3v3. It's not really working out for them. They're going down one by one. They're really making this tick go down very, very slowly, but I don't know if it's going to be worthwhile in the end. Gotta try, though, doing the best they can, switching hero a couple of times. Wick barely closing it out. Astral will be managed to able to do it, though. 1-1. A lot more definitive and deciding of a match, I would say, on map 2 than it was in map 1 for, you know, this map, puppy.
Yeah, I mean, Astral just able to find their footing with that double sniper composition, able to just dominate that space, and No Potential didn't really seem to know how to break that open with their composition. I mean, they did swap up to a more mobile Wrecking Ball composition, which is really what you want to see against double sniper, but by the time they swapped, it was already too late to sort of build up to those ultimates that they needed to reflip the point. So we move on to, I believe this is Sanctuary.
Yes, it is.
It's an interesting map because you sort of have a mixture of a low skybox yet really wide open sightlines. In theory, that should favor long-range DPS like Yamchasux on the Hanzo. Instantly nails a Sonic Arrow, but it's interesting once you get onto the point that's very closed in. Ooh, the Yoink and Oink gets one.
Gets one. Good to possibly get the second one, but that's thanks to Taz. Good to see what they can find. Potentially find. They find the Mei as well. Flexiel not going to be lasting for much longer, as that's a lot of damage. Could have used some flex tape right there. The anti-nade comes out, and that's going to be even more damage that can't be healed. Rhodey just barely living, but will finally be going down. Door just kind of popped off right there. I think that was a really big star player for them in that initial fight.
Yeah, you see those halt hook combos, the yoink and oink as I like to call it, or the pulled pork, whatever your terminology of choice, really just found them crucial picks. And speaking of crucial picks, that's a nasty one there. Team Astral gonna have to wait for their main healer to come back.
Yeah, it's gonna slow production down a little bit, but in the end, they do need Keeks. They have the Coalescence coming out very, very soon. So, do you think with the Coalescence, potentially also with Ghost Pants Supercharger, will it be enough?
I think it might be, but they've already crewed a substantial amount of... Oh, that is a nasty one.
A nasty one indeed, but the Maywall weren't able to utilize it. Maywall comes in, actually saves Rhodey from being dead. That's amazing, and they're able to get Neon as well. Drops the Dragon Strike from Yamcha, and now will be able to zone out the team. The team's going to starting to get pincered. They managed to hook Rhodey and get the kill, but that's not going to be enough. It's just the tanks remaining on the point. And oh my gosh, Flex Seal dropping that Ice Wall to save Rhodey. Popped off. That was amazing. Unnecessary supercharger, but they have quite a few ults coming up anyways.
Yeah, so the Nano Blizzard actually comes in. Jerry Jr. drops the Blizzard, gets Nano, tries to go after Yamcha in the backline. Apparently, Team No Potential really viewing that as the major threat. But as that's happening, the rest of the team are just getting pulled apart. This seems... Oh my goodness. Speaking of Yamcha, just absolutely destroyed by that Hulk composition. And now, Team No Potential looking to storm directly onto the point.
No Potential earlier got an early pick, but was not able to follow up on it. So let's see if they can do it. With the supercharger, they have extra damage going into this. Doing a lot of damage to Ghost Pants, and they will be able to find the kill. The Ice Wall will be able to separate them. And Rhodey once again split up, but... still putting up the fight, drops the whole hog, sees what they can do, and there's the Dragon Strike coming in. They're coming in from all sides. The Blizzard will help out. Yamcha is able to get the 3K. Oh my gosh, it looks like percentage is going to finally be caught up for the side of Team Astral. Looking like they're going to get the 70% very, very soon.
Yeah, they will get to 70% rather shortly, but you're looking at the in terms of what you had to give up in order to hold on to that point. You had to invest the whole hog, the Blizzard. You had to invest that Dragon Strike, although with that 3K, Yamcha already halfway back to another one. But on the other side, you're really looking at quite a few combos that are online here. So, Team No Potential theoretically should be able to pull this off, although, Door getting picked off there.
Rhodey!
Yeah, it's just...
Oh my god. Yeah.
Not good there for No Potential.
Not good there. I think that was a little bit of hesitation. They were I think you're right. I think they're really valuing these ults to turn it back around for No Potential, but I think the hesitation for finding that opening is really punishing them.
Team Astral now need to scramble 5% and counting, and I don't know who's going to be able to touch here. I don't think it's going to be anybody.
Oh, not with that Ice Wall.
To get there.
Yeah, Astral takes it 2-1. No Potential putting up a good fight, though. I'm really glad to see this was kind of close for the most part. That was a really good fight. Where do you think No Potential had the difficulties? Like, we saw a lot of great initial picks thanks to Rhodey in that last map.
I really think when you make the call to drop the Blizzard, you really have to catch a lot of people with it. And once that doesn't happen, once the only person you freeze can just ice block, you're really looking at a huge swing in value. And Team Astral will just not let that go unpunished. They drop their own ultimates knowing that they can win out that fight. And that's really, I think, the turning point there for No Potential in terms of the mistakes they made. So they will choose the next map from, I believe, I have no idea how to read this. Reading is difficult. Paris, Horizon, or a new
Big Mood. Paris, Horizon. Okay.
Wait, it's hybrid. Hybrid.
Ah! Oh, it's hybrid. Okay.
What is a hybrid? Baby, don't hurt me.
A hybrid is like King's Row, Eichenwald, yeah. Blizzard World. I think those are your three.
Yeah. So we're looking at Nubani, Eichenwald, and King's Row. We're very professional here. So No Potential. Well, wait a minute. They're picking a 2 CP map. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but
so I guess it is 2 CP.
Yeah, it is No Potential's map pick. We will. I think when you're talking about No Potential here and what they really need to do to tie up the series, you're looking at star players from Astral like Yamcha. They invested to try and get that star player eliminated, but Yamcha able to hold on by like the skin of their teeth. And I think you really need your own players to start stepping up. Jerry Jr. popped off on the first round of Busan, but we didn't see a similar performance from No Potential in the second or third round.
Yeah, I mean, they look, no pun intended, potentially strong. It just seems like they need to disengage a little bit more. They need to understand that when there is a fight going on and it's not going optimally for you, and you're just regroup. It's better to do that so that way you're not feeding into the ult charge. So that's just something to keep in the back of their heads when they go into this. But 2CP looks like it is going to be the thing. We're seeing it looks like it's going to be Anubis. So my guess is that they're going to try to. I guess both sides were feeling really the pull pork combo as they had some success. There were some good initial hooks coming in from no potential. It's just they weren't able to follow up on it. But Orisa Roadhog is a very viable composition for this map, would you say?
Yeah, indeed. I mean, you're talking about Anubis, that high ground that the defenders get basically for free is a very popular place to set up what's known as a bunker composition. I mean, it's just Orisa just creating that front line, creating a pretty much permanent shield unless you break it quickly, and that can be really difficult for attacking teams to deal with. Although I suspect Astral won't have that much trouble with it.
Yeah, it could potentially be that. It seems like their DPS pool is very flexible and willing to, adjust to the situation need be. We definitely saw that coming in with Downtown Busan because they just had such a great switch up with the double long range DPS, and that crossfire formation just seemed to work out. But here we go. Looks like we're going to see no potential still going on defense, and we are going to see the Orisa, but not the Roadhog. We're going to see that Diva, and we have double sniper DPS, so it seems like they value contesting and crossfire and just having a base of operations. So what are you feeling behind this, Cactus?
I'd really like to see Jerry Jr. and Taztin take off angles, really just try and outflank this composition that Astral are running, or at least indicating that they're going to run the Doomfist Tracer. When you get those off angles with the DPS, you're able to sort of put pressure on what sort of is their backline. I mean, you want to try and find a pick at least, so I'd say this is more of a pick composition. So we see Team Astral currently just trying to get themselves set up, trying to not die on entry, and so far it's working out for them.
Wrecking Ball will cause a distraction for sure, at least to keep them rest alive as they sort of go the long way around. Clue's going to be in for a world of pain. Unfortunately so, as Flex Seal will go ahead. Nice anti-nade, pressures them, does the recall, goes back in there. Meanwhile, the rest is going to go in. Taz able to find Kershaw. That's going to be huge. Oh, and Yamcha sucks. Not going to be able to live for much longer. It seems like they're going to go down one by one. However, picks are starting to show up, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The player advantage getting pushed back into that corner is just going to be such a big thing, and I don't think it's going to be enough. Flex Seal still trying to do some damage. Kershaw gets the 2K, tries to see what they can do, but bullying the Orisa. Yamcha able to come back just in the nick of time, and it looks like Astral manages to pull this off. There's no shield. Everybody's able to be fast as lightning to get away. Taz is going to do what they can to contest, but already dropping to that low ground was probably not the most ideal way to handle it. They're just kind of contesting right now to burn off time. The time bank drops the Dragon Strike even. This is really expensive. Managed to find Flex Seal, but I don't think they're going to be able to come back in time to get the DMAC on the Roadie, but is it going to be enough? There's a Nano Boost. Can you find more kills? No, you just get a punch in the back of the head. Yamcha able to find it, and Demigod just trying to do what they can, but Yamcha just so fast. Their DPS is just so quick. They have so much online right now. That was unnecessarily long, Puppy.
Yeah, I mean, no potential. You mentioned it earlier. They really don't seem to want to give this up, and Astro don't want to seem to give up any fight either. But when you're talking about an Orisa comp versus a Wrecking Ball comp, ultimately trades on Assault are going to favor the offense on point A, and oh no, it's not going well. It's not going well for no potential at all. Not going
well at all. They dropped the sound barrier as well, just to put the final nail in the coffin. No hooks are going to be helping in any way. Taz goes down one by one. Flex Seal just with that initial pulse bomb with the meteor strike in the back will give them over 4 minutes of time to work with. No shields. Jerry Jr. going to go down. They find Rhodey before they can remech, but I mean, still things are going okay. Yamcha's just running around like a pinball right now, just kind of going back and forth. I wonder what their high score is after this, because it's certainly over 1 million. Holy smokes. Or over 9,000. Oh, wait a minute! Taz race right in, and they get the 4K! No shields, puppy! That's exactly what it is! This is no shields.
I thought for sure Astral had that in the bank, but Team No Potential, finally their sort of clingy nature, never say die, kind of finally works out for them. They're able to get Taztane up to that Reaper ultimate. I mean, they just swapped, and, you know, in a desperation move, they pull the Death Blossom, and without the Diva there to sort of mitigate that, the Diva mech just gone, and they're able to clutch that out, although I don't know about this time.
I don't know either. We'll see. They do manage to get a couple of kills, though, so this is fine. No mercy beats no res. Rhodey gets DMAC'd, and alright, well, they get to keep on the momentum, and they hold on to another few ultimates, and look at that, Taz efficiently just dealing some damage, almost back up to the Death Blossom once again.
I mean, I talked earlier between maps about No Potential needing star players to step up. Taztane has definitely stepped up to the plate. Look at it, 60% of their ultimate built up already in that fight alone, and now they've got another Death Blossom after basically 2 fights, and keeping Neon alive there. Also, honorable mention to Neon. Held on with a sliver of HP, and that Brigida Inspire just doing the work there to keep everyone alive. So we'll see the swap come through now, though. Engage with the Sound Barrier, Team Astral.
Along with the addressing the Coalescence, but the Coalescence is going to come right back around, but there's the Death Blossom coming in, but it's not going to find it this time. Nice try, Taz. Flexiel will put a stop along with Rhodey, and oh, this looks like this will finally be it, where they get the point. Ideally, Flexiel popping off. They've got a couple of kills. They said, you have a good Reaper, I have one as well. We do see Neon trying to just buy some time for their team to come back. Will be enough. And there's the Supercharger, so things are looking good. Flexiel going down as well. That means their tank is pretty much good to go. Domigod looks safe. They only get Clue, and every time they get a kill and they don't follow up on it to get the rest of the group, it's going to hurt them much more on the side of Astral, just because that spawn advantage is in play for them. So Taz goes down, but they will be coming back very soon. Rhodey gets a couple of kills, but it's not enough. They do manage to get some good charge, though, to get that good old grab ready to go, puppy.
Indeed. Team No Potential, either I missed it, or they didn't really seem to want to invest ultimates there. I mean, perhaps you have the switch over from Jerry Jr. Didn't want to run the far, instead moves over to the Doomfist for that disruption. So this will be interesting here. Team Astral moving up the left side, but Team No Potential already burning a significant amount of time off the clock, and Yamcha is almost taken out on entry.
Well, I don't know if it's there's enough ult in the economy right now to take this over. They need to make sure that they push in through. They're going to use the Coalescence pushing through again. The grab gets eaten, but there's still so much damage coming in, but the Dragon Strike will come in to help as well. Self-destruct sequence coming in, but Ghost Pants stops it. Tries to get the cheeky pin before Dor can remake, but not going to be the case. Drops the Earth Shatter as well. See if they can find things. Not to be the case. Death Blossom as well. Not really finding a lot of results with the ultimates at the moment, and that actually could punish them. They lose Ghost Pants in the process already. The Meteor Strike might help out. No, man, that is not going to help out at all, because that's actually not, I just realized, on the side of No Potential, so that actually helped them out. 10 seconds remaining. This could be actually a full hold. Unbelievable. No Potential stopping this ever since the momentum of that 4K Blossom.
I cannot believe it. Team Astral come in, they press their Qs, but it's just not enough. Team No Potential holding on by the skin of their teeth.
My
and
gosh!
They look like they're in position to do it. They might just do it.
They are. Sound Barrier just dropped, but Keeks is not going to be died just before it could go off. Ghost Pants is so low in health. They're doing what they can to get stunned down, and they're going to be knocked down thanks to Taz. There's so much going on. The ground pound will come into play. Beautifully done. Jor does get DMAC, but it's okay. They still have enough damage to produce. The landmines will do enough crowd control that even if they try to touch this is going to be just pretty much death itself, and that's going to be it. Not enough time and not enough damage. They will be able to hold on to this point just long enough.
No Potential really showing us, no pun intended, the potential of a good defense. They really just trust. Oh my goodness.
All right, we're just going to ignore that.
We're just going to ignore that because it happened after the buzzer, and I mean, they're also standing still. They can't really do anything about that. But
That's quite true. But it looks cool.
It looks cool. I mean, anyways, so I mean, no potential there. Really showing us a clutch factor that I think they were lacking in the first map of Busan. Just showing us that they can sort of flex, or bend but not break. I was about to say flex, but you know, we have flex seal over on Astral, and I don't think that's kosher. So, you know, bend but not break from Team No Potential. Give up ground, give up sort of a little bit of the point, yet they still managed to hold on, still managed to come back in, and I think Astral are starting to look at their, at least if I were Astral, I'd be looking at that point B attack coming in with 5 minutes or something like that, and still being able to cap and wonder. Yeah, it was like 5 minutes or something, and
4.5, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, we you know, they just couldn't find the kills, really. They couldn't, they'd enter with quite a few, but I think ultimately, when you're talking about the very last fight, that eat on Rhodey's grab really saved them. It prevented the grab dragon combo from coming through, so very well done by No Potential. And now we get to see what they do on the attack. Are they scouting? They're scouting. Jerry Jr. on the Sombra looking for, or scouting things out, and any swaps coming through from No Potential?
Looks like it.
Yeah, they'll swap over to the Diva.
Okay,
Reset.
so they're gonna, looks like they're just gonna start.
No, not really.
No.
It's Ghost.
No.
Just go Ghost.
Okay, alright. Cool. So, I didn't think I thought I was done casting this, but alright, here we go. Let's see what they can do. Maybe a good initial pick from Rhodey like that will get it. Taz going down, that's going to be huge. And that means the Discord Orb is gone. And that doesn't mean the, you know, substantial amount of healing is gone, though. That is another thing. But they do manage to get Domigod. Clue goes down, and already this crossfire coming in is so huge. Yamcha and Flexiel really just hammered it down that they are just saying that Goats is gone. Get out of here with your freaking herd. Don't want farm animals. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think when you're looking at what really, yeah, they'll be swapping off that. They'll get Jerry Jr. over onto the Genji. So what really sort of made that fight for Astral and burned like a minute off the clock already is you have these DPS on the high ground, and they Team No Potential didn't have to sort of knock them off the high ground. So, ooh, just barely missed that alt hook combo. That would have been huge, but oh well.
Yeah, well, you know, oh my gosh, well, that halt hook combo will come into play, but both main tanks are down, so they do have to disengage a little bit back to the point. However,
yeah, trades favor the offense here, and that could be huge, although I say that. Oh, well, will make it out.
Yeah, they have enough healing going on. However, Yamcha, look at that. They do have the Dragon Strike Ray in rear to go, so they can drop at any point in time once they go through this threshold. They have that information. And yeah, they're going to drop it right now. They're going to see if they can find anything. Not to be the case. There is the Deadeye. Oh my gosh, just right above the ice wall. So they're able to get Taz, but is it going to be enough? I don't think so. They managed to get Clue, but Domigod is still rocking it. And they have potentially dropped the Supercharger very soon if they were able to charge it up earlier, but not to be the case. Actually could be able to hold on to this just barely, though. Yeah, it's going to be the last one remaining. And they do have to regroup, but things are still looking good for the side of Astral Cactus.
Yeah, Astral, the clutch factor there is the Ana on the high ground. The Ana on the high ground. Oh, the caster curse. The Ana
nice
that
one.
Was on the high ground was the big factor there, keeping the tanks or keeping Ghost Pants alive and keeping that shield available is absolutely huge.
Whole Hog comes out. That's one way to keep things alive. Gets Domigod backed up to a corner. 1 minute remaining. This time bank's been going down smooth like butter, and this is going to be very difficult as the, you know, alt economy still very much in favor for the side of, you know, Astral. No Potential just having kind of a little bit of difficulty here. He managed to get Yamcha, but they just keep trading Clue going down, and that's a main healer gone. Taz is about to get taken out, but they managed to recall in just a nick of time, but they have very low health. Superchargers can come in. Literally a tap onto that Tracer will be able to take them out, and Jerry going down either is not ideal. Clue on top of that they don't have anything close to a nano boost, so there's really not any way of producing extra damage. Rhodey just going to be allowed to pop off here.
Yeah, I mean, you start off by picking the Ana, but you're still walking back from spawn, and I think when you let the Ana just walk back in and allow that value to come back through, it's not good. It's not good news, Bears.
It's not good. It's bad news, Bears, as well as just along with the fact that Jerry was able to drop the blade, but there's no nano boost, and the sound barrier from Kershaw was able to be executed in time. So that will be a full hold from Astral. And, you know, even though an impressive hold came from no potential at the second point, Astral just kind of stepping up to the plate here.
They are indeed. So Team Astral gonna force no potential to pick the next map.
Again, and this is match point.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at Team No Potential, and you're kind of wondering, like, where did it all go wrong for them? They keep getting these entry picks. They pick off the main tank early. They pick off the Ana early, and yet it's just not enough for them to crack open this defense.
It really isn't. It's just something about the way No Potential is able to find picks and then not be able to follow up on them. There's just like, you know, it's like, okay, cool, we got an opening, let's just go in. And then they go in, and there's really it doesn't feel like there's a lot of shot calling going on. There's just a lot of people just kind of focusing on what they see right in front of them. And it just is kind of disconcerting. So I hopefully with their backs against the walls, they're going to work better under pressure. So we'll see what happens. We're either going to go into a 5-minute break or we're going to go into the next map. It is match point, and I'm sure that, you know, No Potential would like to have a few seconds to breathe to figure out, because this will be their last map potentially, and it looks like they will be. So we're going to be right back after 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with potentially either the last or reverse sweep of a map from No Potential. Don't go anywhere. It's versus Astral.
And welcome back to the OWVAA Sector 1 Finals. Astral are up 2-0. No potential, need to reverse sweep or go home second. And nobody wants to go home second. So Team No Potential are, they get to choose the next map here. And they are choosing from, totally not bringing this up on the fly right now, they are choosing from Nubani, Eichenwald, or King's Row.
I feel like you just go for King's Row for the sake of nobody has the advantage or disadvantage of the map. It's such a vanilla map that everybody kind of has their strong suit on there one way or the other.
Yeah, so Clue actually does lock in King's Row for No Potential. So let's talk about King's Row. It's a very Ryan Zarya map. Unfortunately, we don't have the 2-2-2 lock, so Bimmy gets to suffer through more goats potentially.
There's another comp that actually has withstood the test of time. I don't know if you remember this from quite a few updates ago, but there used to be the Grav Dragon Strike combo, and that was the double sniper DPS with the Death Ball. And that was something that they could potentially have done. And then there's actually still potential for the Orisa to rock, because the bunker composition still was very strong back then, where you would run the Orisa Diva. But I don't know. We saw Goats attempt it once and then immediately shut down. I think people are so rusty, and it has been so long since people have been playing Goats because of the new role queue. They might not actually pull it out because of just how long it's been.
Yeah, and I mean, Team Astral seemed privy to No Potential's antics. They had the Ana on Anubis just sitting on the high ground, and once you land that anti-nade, you take away one of the biggest strengths of a Goat's composition, which is their survivability, their ability to sustain, especially off the back of Brigida's Inspire. And once that's gone, I mean, Goat sort of folds like a paper house.
Yep.
House of cards, card of houses, paper of cards, whatever.
Paper of cards.
Paper of cards. Imagine trying to write on a card. Or just a sheet of
What?
cards, trying to take notes on that.
Yeah, go to Hallmark. They have cards. Birthday cards.
Wish you were here.
Wish you were here.
Astral just goes to Hallmark, buys a card that says "Wish you were here."
Wish you were here in the winner circle. No potential.
True.
That's probably what they would write. I feel like Astral would be one of those teams that politely BMs.
Yeah, so we do have two substitutions coming in, one for each team. No Potential will be swapping out Domigod for Ghostly, and we'll have Flexiel swapping out for Shadow Knight. So both of these teams now perhaps looking to run something a little different, although I guess Astral are making this swap in preparation for No Potential coming back in with renewed vigor. So in the meantime, we get to look at No Potential rocking the Florida Mayhem icons. I'm not sure that's good. That's I don't think that's good juju.
I don't know. At this point, I think I don't know if they have the Florida Mayhem icons. I was going to say something terrible, but I thought better of it.
Broadcast friendly. We're on
the broadcast friendly. Well, it was not something with terrible language, but I mean, technically, Florida Mayhem has had a good stage this season. Good fourth stage, but a little bit of a rocky start. But either way, I think No Potential. This is kind of like a do or die. I don't think this is something that they have things up their sleeve. You don't really have something up your sleeve for King's Row. You just kind of are comfortable with the map, just like the rest of the group. So I'm kind of waiting. I'm kind of waiting to see what the comps are. I'm just kind of excited, and I'm kind of sick of people updating their game so late. Could you stop updating your game so late?
There we go. We got him.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, gosh. We got him.
We got him. Shadow Knight coming in. New challenger approaches. It's not Smash Brothers. So wait and see. What was that?
That was. I was trying to do that. I tried to do the challenger approach in Siren, and then I realized I just don't
Woo
have the voice
woo
for it.
woo woo.
Wee
It's just,
wee wee.
it's just a wee woo.
Just become the fire truck that, or I was trying to go somewhere with that, but yeah, okay, we're finally in the game, and we can stop being cringy, or it's mostly me being cringy. Let's be real.
Nah, you're doing fine, Cactus.
Doing just fine. Fire trucking along. Feeling good.
Nice. Feeling good. Make your way downtown.
Yeah. So, I think these compositions that these teams are rolling out with are extremely serious right now. I think this is a really good look here from No Potential.
Yeah, it's almost
with that 5 DPS Wrecking Ball comp. I think it's very viable.
Fives.
Okay,
there we go. I love you, Fives. Shout out to people in the background running all this stuff. Shout out to Alex. Shout out to Ben. Shout out to Fives. They're helping run stuff in the background while we're just our jobs right now, Puppy, is quite literally to talk about video games. So I think we got the big end of the stick, if you will.
The long end of the stick.
Yeah.
The short end, the long end.
Yeah, well, like you get the short end of the stick. You get when you play sticks, you get the shortest one. And if you're the shortest one, you get the responsibilities. Not heard of that?
Nah, I can't.
Am I old? I'm old. Okay.
Feels bad. Getting older.
It's okay. You know it's also old. This comp right here, long ongoing comp that's been number one in the charts since 1995. You remember all your greatest hits with this band of the Death Ball composition. Usually Ghost Pants on the tank. I'm interested to see what they can do on the DPS.
Yeah, so on the defense here for Team No Potential, you've got the Sombra Goats, I guess. That's a throwback right there. Throwback, whatever it is. Throwback Tuesday. I had to look at my watch. I'm not ashamed to admit that.
I actually did. I'm really glad you said it. I didn't realize what day of the week it was either. I thought actually we were on Thursday.
Throwback Thursday. That would have been nicer. Anyways,
that would have been nicer.
Symmetric teleport.
Yeah, it's going to throw them back up to the high ground, see what they can do here. Just go a little bit on the way back, get back, go through hotel, see what they can. Now contesting the point, and now it is going to be... Oh, the Symmetra turret's just hanging on that little bit of the corner. If you actually see that, there's a lot of damage. The anti-nade is going to slow them down. But Clue, no, you get taken out by the turrets, and you're going to go down the main tank. Going to try their best to charge in, but it's actually going to be Shadow Knight prevailing. A beautiful pin right there, and Ghost Pants, they know how to make a point looks easy.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it earlier, or we mentioned it earlier, rather. Astral just really like this Symmetra, and I'm surprised it took them this long to bust it out, and now they begin to snowball through here, and Team No Potential look like they're going to be caught out a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons maybe why they got caught out. It's like, oh, we usually were expecting Symmetra. I guess they're not going to be running in this series. Oh, wait! And here comes the Dragon Strike. Wall comes out, allowing him to push it. Who got the short end of the stick for pushing it? Ah, it's the Lucio. Look at Kershaw dancing. This dude's got not a care in the world. They're just pushing on through the momentum. Very hero switching right now, Cactus.
Okay, so Ghostly actually goes over to the Symmetra. They want to fight this one-on-one mirror composition here from both teams, but when you're looking at the
both ghosts.
Economy, yeah, both ghosts indeed. Apparently Symmetra's a ghost now. Who would have thunk? But when you're talking about mirror compositions, you really want to look to the ult economy, as both these teams don't really have a sort of pick potential besides the Hanzo, but we do have a pause called here by Team Astral, funny enough.
That's true. I think Astral did realize something, but also you want to pay attention to that Zarya. Look how much charge Brody has. That's a lot. Coalescence comes out, just keeps up the momentum they have going in. Laser and down Jerry. The Earth Shatter comes out from both sides, but well, look at that. Looks like No Potential is going to be able to find a little more value in that beautiful Earth Shatter with the Coalescence coming in. Allows Clue to rack up that 2K and finally stop some progression on the payload. But my goodness, doesn't Astral have a lot of time in the time bank to work with?
I think what happened there is the teleporter goes down to the back line. Shadow Knight teleports in and wants to do the teleport shatter there, but just teleports back for some reason. I think felt the pressure, pressed the button to teleport back, but also wanted to do the shatter. So it ends up being completely predictable there, or perhaps it was double or reverse psychology. I'm not quite sure, but Graviton Surge plus the Dragon Strike. And
classic. Yep. Grab Dragon Strike. I told you it was going to show up in one way or the other.
That's efficiency. That's bang for your buck right there. 2 ultimates to just completely stop them in the tracks. So Team No Potential will get some stability here. They've got the sound barrier to try and hold on, but on the other side, you're looking at another Grav Dragon available, and on top of that, you've got the sound barrier coming online as well for Team Astral. So this sound barrier needs to be pretty much perfect. Too early, and they're going to get burned through anyways. Too late, and they're going to be outclassed by the later sound barrier. So they loop around the back now, and they throw down the dragon.
Dragon Strike's going to come out. Yeah, it's just vice versa. Just able to find the results there. And it looks like they'll be finally able to just close this out right now. And they have now the ult advantage. And the ball is in their court now, puppy.
Yeah, it is indeed. They get the ball rolling, although there is no wrecking ball to be seen. They most likely will be able to cap point B here. Neon was actually stunned by, I'm not quite sure, Earth Shatter? I'm a bit baffled, but the stun was there, and that was the window of opportunity for the Dragon to just find everybody on the side of No Potential. And now the Symmetra, well, thrown by Ghost Pants perhaps in a bit of a self-sustaining effort, and now there's
oh god,
flutter galore. I can't see anything.
That is, that's a lot with the coalescence, and I actually saw this video on Twitter just yesterday, so this is almost deja vu. But everything subsided. The turrets are going to come in left and right with the teleporters. Dragon Strike can come in, zone out quite a good amount, does a little bit of damage, but ooh, somebody almost falls off. That was going to be Yamcha, unfortunately, but now they're still living, fighting off that good fight. It was pretty good. Yeah, they're just going to take them out one by one. Cactus, this just seems such good target prioritization for them right now.
What's really unfortunate there for Team No Potential is that they're ready for the TP Shatter, but their shield breaks right before it happens, and they're just not able to get onto the cart. Team Astral roll through to a quick 3-minute plus time bank.
Yeah, it is 3 minutes and change, and they look so good to actually just hold this right here. However, I'm gonna hold my breath. No Potential could potentially pull it out. God, it is so hard not to say that.
The potential for a pun is there. I'm so sorry.
It's almost like a given.
I mean, true.
It's probabilities at this point.
Probabilities. I mean, when you have potential in your name, especially no potential, I mean, you're just inviting. You're inviting puns. Let's be real.
That is true.
Team No Potential are going to be going on the attack here. The bar has been set, the gauntlet has been thrown down, and now Team No Potential need to fight for their lives here in the finals. They are on basically match point. They need a or at least they cannot allow Astral to win this map, otherwise it's GG's, and second place is very short of first place, I would say.
Right. All right, Cactus. I'm gonna be up with you, buddy. Look. I respect winning the win, but you got second place in the Sector 2 division. You get Sector 1 division. You're still gonna Hector 1 division. It's just it's getting set. Getting that top 3 is always a good feeling. Hey, so No Potential can still go out with their heads held high.
Indeed. Well, the Symmetra are going to be on the attack and the defense. Very versatile hero.
Okay, it's going to come in. That pain comes in. The usual stuff with the ice wall. Lovely thinking that we're seeing here. Rhodey going to go down. No Potential. Lose Taz in the process. I don't think that's the end of the world, though. However, the Ghostly Pants is just hanging out in the back, and then they're going to go like, oh, yeah. this is what's here. And yeah, they're just going to be able to shake them off thanks to the power of Door being at pretty much full charge and not really addressing the bubbles at all from the side of Astral. And this is going to be another quick point taken. Looking pretty good in the side bank as well.
No potential finally showing, or not finally, but they are showing signs of life here. They are matching up the time bank. If that's a great pick, they will surge forward onto Team Astral here. Just chasing them back, but in the meantime, the Coalescence will be invested, and it looks like Team Astral won't go down without a fight.
Astral putting up the fight, but they are disengaging though. They're not going to go down without a fight, but they're not going to go down recklessly though. They're breathing some air, giving some space. They're using that wall to their advantage just to basically do a little bit of a back and forth dance with them, just so they can buy some time, charge up their ultimates. Earth Shatter comes in, a beautiful block coming in from Shadow Knight, and they're going to be able to push on through with that. Still, Jerry Jr. getting punished as they keep getting a little bit beyond their team. You know, you have to as the Reinhardt, but unfortunately, just with that block it was used, the Earth Shatter comes in back from the other side. Shadow Knight's going to make sure that they don't allow No Potential to use that grab, so they just are going to keep on going, and that's just more time off the time bank. A nice hold, and this is really close to the choke, and when you get close to this choke, it gets very difficult to come out of it.
Indeed, but not all is lost here for Team No Potential, despite what I would call reckless ult usage, even when they're down members. They've still got the Blizzard online, and they've got a sound barrier to live through this Grab Dragon. And speaking of the Blizzard, there it is. Doesn't really catch anybody out except for Kershaw.
Well, it allows them to push through for sure, which is pretty huge, and Jerry Jr. is going to get a 3K because of it, so I think honestly that was a lot more zoning of an ult just to push in aggressively than anything else to find results.
Yamcha sucks. It's just trying desperately to contest the cart, but gets staggered in the end. It doesn't really slow down the cart all that much, so Team Astral are going to have to struggle if they even... well, I was going to say they might be able to contest, but with the Zarya, the major damage dealer, being down, it looks like they're going to go for it anyways.
Ghost Pants goes down right away. Coalescence was used really early, so that does leave potential, but not enough of a window of time or opportunity. Just Shadow Knight's going to get frozen, and the tactical regroup's going to happen. Time bank advantage is very possible to have for No Potential here.
Yeah, but I mean, you look on the other side. Team Astral invested nothing into that hold, so they're gonna be coming in, storming in with 5 ultimates in the bank. That Shatter finds nothing, and that's the gauntlet thrown down.
And right back at them, and they're gonna find quite a bit. But there was a good chance Neon was hanging out in the back line to drop that sound barrier to keep them alive, and they're just gonna swing it back over to them. Beautifully done, and now this payload is going to be held. Shadow Knight, great Earth Shatter to find the results that they want.
I mean, Jerry Jr. wasn't hacked, wasn't bashed, wasn't stunned or anything. Just happened to drop the shield at the wrong time, and that just gives Astral bang for their buck. That's 1 ultimate to hold on, and you still have 5 in the war chest. Blizzard comes in now.
Blizzard Bug Grab as well, and the Dragon Strike to follow, which means that there's enough results to show up for them on their favor. Looking still pretty good for the side of Astral, as they have a little more traditional compositions. There's technically the Snow Globe, which is the grab into Blizzard, but at this point, I don't know how effective Ghostly will be in this situation. They're not really able to find a lot of Ice Wall potentials to solo out the main tanks. They just kind of been disengaging very well on the side of Astral. That being said, Shadow Knight takes a lot of damage, but the bubble comes out looking pretty good still. We see Ghost Pants just kind of using the TP to get over there, over the wall, see to produce any damage. However, they will go down the process. Payload being pushed even further by No Potential with 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Earth Shatter comes in, not going to find the results though. Jerry goes down before they can find anything, but the Coalescence will come out and try to avenge them. Beautiful Ice Wall. Makes Ghostly put words in my mouth. Dragon Strike comes out, they gotta get out of the way, and they're gonna be able to do that just fine. They're able to rack up a couple of kills as well. This Mei is now doing work, now that they're pushing in and committing to the fight. Beautifully done. They're gonna push into the payload. They don't have the time big advantage, but they may as well made it very close to the Earth. Wall comes in. Still enough for contesting for Kershaw to go down. but at least buy them some time. But is it enough time, I wonder? There's no real ultimates to go through. Oh, but Clue just shadow steps into their abyss, but Jerry comes back in as the Wrecking Ball just to make sure that they have the player advantage still going for them. Now it's Wrecking Ball versus Wrecking Ball, but there's a laser party going around Cactus. There's just so much going on. They're doing the best they can. We're seeing the bumper cars. Shadow Knight's very low in health. They're living to the best they can. The Sound Barrier's going to come in, but they get downed right away. Great tracking coming in from Kaz. Ghostly able to follow it up with the back and forth. Ghost Pants able to get a 2K and to get the wall out. But the knockback! Oh, the knockback! Jerry gets the 2K with it as well. The Sound Barrier comes in. They do have spawn advantage technically. The D-Mac comes in. The wall is still alive. They're doing what they can, but there's so much damage. Doors at like 99%, and they got the laser. They'll be able to close it. But oh my gosh, that was so much time burned off by Astral.
What really? I'm at a loss for words. I mean, there was basically there was the fight that No Potential won, but Astral, I think, really winning the macro game in the long run, just burning. I mean, once the cart was nearing the end with like 2 minutes 50 seconds left, and they managed to burn 1 minute and 10 seconds off. So really well done there by Astral, and now No Potential with even less in the bank, 1 minute 40 seconds. But I think really Ghost Pants got a little too sure of themselves on the way to that end. Ghost Pants gets caught out, doesn't immediately back down with the teleporter, and that leads to Clue being able to just drain the life force away from Ghost Pants. And once that Symmetra threat is gone, the floodgates are opened, and Team No Potential turn what might have been a hold and a series win into really a winnable situation.
I have no words. That was a really great fight overall, though. I think statistics aside, that was really fun to watch. So, all right, here we go. No Potential. If they can at least get a point, I feel like they have a fighting chance to be able to keep this alive. Already right off the bat, though, Ghost Pants knows that the Symmetra has been working really great, and I'm excited to see what they can do with this. A little bit of back and forth. It's a lot of charge up. Rhodey now looking pretty good. They got like a little bit to go off of. They're pushing back, and already great picks right there. There it goes, finding the main tank, and they're just going to push in right there, and that's going to be them gone and dusted. A team kill also confirmed by Athena.
Yeah, so I mean, Yum just looks flanks through the hotel as the engage is happening, picks off Neon, and once that happens, Kershaw just hits the speed boost, pushes into the team of No Potential, and they have no ability to back up without their Lucio. And well, Jerry Jr. going down is not good news.
That tells me they gotta watch their 6, as they're already gonna get flanked again. Yamcha, once again, like you said, just doesn't find it results in the kill feed, but definitely produced enough damage alongside Rhodey and honestly Ghost Pants as well. If you thought 100% Zarya was not enough, Puppy, would you like another 100% Zarya? Because that is what Symmetra is.
Symmetra right now, I mean, she's getting nerfed on the public test realm, but
I like
you're talking about a 195 damage beam on top of a 190 damage beam. I mean, if my math serves me right, that's almost 400 damage.
That's a lot for sure. Coalescence coming in. If you didn't have enough beams, you see a wall coming out as well. This buys them a little bit more time. The Earth Shatter comes in, doesn't find the results that they want, but it's okay. Shadow Knight's just going to say, you know what, I'm going to just keep swinging my hammer. And 10 seconds remaining. This is going to be it. That is enough for them to say, hey, we wiped you out. And now there's one tick that they have to defend for 3 minutes. No Potential.
Now Potential, this is it. This is their last shot to prevent Astral from running away with this series, but it's a Herculean task ahead of them.
Great word.
Yeah, Herculean. Yes, I'm very. I too read the dictionary in my free time. Not really.
You talk good.
Talk good English. Me smart. SM org. Anyways, but if Team No Potential pull this off, it's gonna feel like a map win, even though it's not gonna count as one.
Ready for battle.
So Team No Potential
certainly are gonna grow from this.
Definitely. I mean, you mentioned it earlier. I've had a change of heart. No Potential just you got to be proud with second place after facing Astral. But if they can turn this around, it'll be the comeback of the century. So team No Potential will be running the Symmetra Mei. And I think on their previous round, on their attack, they tried to wall off the main tank yet again, but just a hair off on the placement means that the Mei wall pretty much goes to waste. And once that utility is out of the way, Team Astral just storm onto them. So hoping for better tidings here with the Mei. Certainly are No Potential. And Team Astral not going to waste any time, immediately looking to teleport to the high ground yet again.
Deja vu. Yeah, here we go. We're going to see if they can actually win a fight right here. No Potential just fighting for tie. They're fighting for a draw just to stay alive in the tournament. Neon going down is not what they wanted. Yeah,
just doing the same exact thing what they did on defense. Jerry going down, and I think they're going to be calling GG's in the chat. Clue's the last one remaining along with Ghostly. And Ghostly, yeah, they're just...
One Mei against the world.
It's one Mei against the world, and unfortunately, well, Mei is a very powerful DPS right now in the meta. Just not going to be enough, and that's it. GG is called, and that is it. Astral will take the win 3-0 and will be your Sector 1 champions.
Absolutely well played there by Astral. I mean, I've said it many times before, but Ghost Pants on that Symmetra is the deciding factor. Bypasses the Mei wall, which can be extremely difficult to work around, but with a Symmetra teleporter, you go straight from point A to point B with no regard to what's in between. And shout out to Jerry Jr. there for the boop on the Wrecking Ball, though.
That was so sick.
Yeah, that was almost nailed them a hold, I think. But either way,
well, no, they were actually that was them trying.
Oh, right. That was
they were trying to cap it. Yeah,
that was the attack. But yes, well played, No Potential. But congratulations to Team Astral, who run away with the finals here. Any closing thoughts? I mean, Team Astral just looked very cohesive as a unit. I almost want to see them fight a contenders team, just for the fun of it.
I certainly would like to see them go up against somebody like Triumph just to see what that's all about. But, you know, those are a really well-respected team. No statistics quite yet to build off of for Astral to say that they're contenders ready, but I'm certainly wanting to see them in the playoffs for Open Division. So I would like to see that. And, you know, honestly, No Potential, I'm excited to see them. I hope they keep running this comp, and I think with the roll queue stuff coming in, we might see a totally different side of them. I mean, we got to remember that this was playing with some of the older settings. There was no roll queue, there's no 2-2-2 lock, so and we need no Sigma as well. So we got to wait and see what happens. There's a lot of factors that could have played into this puppy. We may have seen this 180. So we'll just have to wait and see, and you'll have to wait and see and watch Sector 2 of OWVAA.
Yeah, so with that, we will say good night to you, our fellow Twitch audience, and thanks for tuning in. Catch you in Sector 2.